In this video tutorial, you will learn how to fix error establishing database connection in WordPress. What does WordPress error establishing a database connection mean? There are two main parts that make up your WordPress site: the WordPress files and the database. WordPress files include uploaded images, documents, and your PHP script files. The database stores the rest of your content, including page content, blog posts, comments, site settings, user account details, and just about everything else data related. When you load a page in your browser, the PHP script file for displaying pages calls on your database to supply the page content. Your database then fetches the content, presents it back to the script file, and it is rendered as a page in your browser. To communicate with your database, however, the PHP script file needs to establish a database connection. But for some reason, it is currently unable to do this on your site. Let us see steps you can take to fix WordPress error establishing a database connection. Number 1. Repair database in Cpanel. A corrupt database could lead to error establishing a database connection in WordPress. You can repair your database using Cpanel by adding a line of code to your wp-config file. To do this, go to your Cpanel. On Cpanel, scroll down and look for the File Manager. Scroll down and look for Public HTML. Double-click on that. Now let's look for wp-config.php file. Right-click on that and select Edit. Select Edit again. In here, we are going to look for the line that says, "That's all, stop editing, happy plugin." Now we're going to paste the following just above it. After pasting that, on the upper right corner of your screen, click Save Changes and hit Close. Now open a new tab and let's go to this URL that you see on the screen. Do not forget to replace the domain with your domain name. Alright, so now click Repair Database. Now once you see this on your screen, it means the repair is now complete. Now what you need to do now is to access your site to see if the DB issue is fixed. If yes, then the problem surely was a corrupt database. If the DB issue is fixed, ensure you delete the Allow Repair line you added in your wp-config file. Otherwise, just anybody can go in and repair your database. Let me quickly show you how to do that. Go back to your Cpanel, look for File Manager, look for Public HTML folder, double-click on that. In here, look for wp-config.php file, right-click and hit Edit. Hit Edit again. Now just remove the code we added. After deleting that, hit Save Changes and close. Alright. Number 2 is repair database using Cpanel MySQL databases. Alright, so let's go back to Cpanel. And on Cpanel, scroll down and look for MySQL databases. In the Repair Database dropdown, select your database. If you do not know which your database is, you can find it in your wp-config file. Let me quickly show you how to do that. Open a new tab on your browser and open Cpanel again. Log in if you have to. Look for File Manager. Look for Public HTML. Right-click on wp-config.php file and hit Edit. Hit Edit again. And your database name is on the line that says Define DB name right here. This is your database name. Now let's go back to MySQL databases. And look for our database on the Repair Database dropdown. Here it is. Now hit Repair Database. You'll know you're done when you see the message Repair Complete. at the bottom. Now try to reload your site. If the issue was database corruption, this should fix it. Number 3 is to create new login credentials. As we explained earlier, WordPress needs to connect to your database to serve content to your browser. To establish this connection, WordPress needs to correct database username and password, otherwise you get the error establishing database connection message. Your database username and password are stored in your wp-config file. To remove any doubt about the correctness of these details, or if the username has the correct access permissions WordPress needs, we recommend you create a new DB user, assign this user to the correct permissions for your WordPress database, and then update the wp-config file with these new details. To do this, let's go back to our Cpanel. Let's look for MySQL databases again. Click that. Scroll down and look for Add New User. And here we're going to create a new user login and password. Very important, guys, your password should be strong. Now click Create User. Alright, now we're going to add the new user credentials to our database. Hit Go Back. Scroll down and look for Add User to Database. For user, look for the newly created user login. And under Database dropdown, choose your database for your site. Now click Add. Here, tick All Privileges and click Make Changes. Next, we're going to edit our wp-config file to reflect these new details. Click on the Home button. Click on File Manager. Public HTML. Then right-click on wp-config file. Hit Edit. Hit Edit again. Locate the MySQL settings section. In the username section, replace the right side with the new DB username you just created. Ensure you do not alter the quotes for anything else. In the password section, replace the right side with the password for the DB user you just created. After you do all that, next, click Save Changes. Now I did not change my username and password here because I do not actually have this error. So I'm just going to hit Close. But if you have this error, make sure you follow this. Finally, reload your site and see if the error is fixed. Number 4. Re-upload WordPress files to fix WordPress error establishing a database connection. Many WordPress users report being able to fix this issue by re-uploading core files. This makes sense because there are a number of code issues that could lead to error establishing database connection in WordPress. I have put a link on the description below on how to re-upload your WordPress files. After completing this successfully, reload your site to see if the issue is fixed. Number 5. Check if DB server is down. You may need to contact your web host for this. There are a number of things that would point to a problem with your database server. For example, does your site display sometimes but shows this error at other times? If yes, then the problem is your DB server. Also, if you have multiple sites on the same hosting account, you can check to see if the problem occurs on your other sites. If it does, you know it's the server. If you have gone through all the steps previously and have not resolved the issue, the next step is to contact your web host and have them check the database server. At this point, the problem is very likely from their end, and they should be able to guide you to a solution. If this problem persists with a particular host, it is time to consider moving to another host. Alright, so this is the end of the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them on the comment section below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future videos. Alright, see you on the next one.